Welcome back to my latest video. I think I've talked to you about my doing some etchings. So this is going to be an example of how I framed an etching using simple pine and a technique to secure it to this frame that I'm going to make. I like to draw things out. Here I'm doing that to kind of get an idea of the width and the dimensions and the space that I'm going to leave in between the leather etching and the frame itself. I'm going to be attaching it, if you saw the first image, with leather lanyards just to give it a different twist, and it's very rustic and organic. So I measured the width and height of the leather chunk with the engraving on it, or the etching on it. It's burned with a laser engraver. And what I decided to do was make the frame bigger than the engraving and leave a space around the interior of the frame and the etching itself. So I'll leave it like suspended in some form where the lanyards are pulling it taut on all sides. I also decided to extend the two pieces on the right and left sides to be a little bit higher than the horizontal pieces and a little bit lower on the bottom pieces. Now here I'm just sanding off any saw marks, and I will stain. It's an early American stain, Minwax makes it. I will stain those pieces, and just so it all looks the same. This wood, this pine has been stained, so I am just hitting the ends that will show. So I secured the pieces of the frame together with a Craig jig or a pocket hole screw. I use this Craig jig. This is their latest model. But I drill the pocket holes in with their system, and then I attach it that way. clamping down between the two secured positions to make sure that they stay where I want them and don't walk when the screw goes into place. Now that the frame is all assembled, I am measuring out where I want the holes to be drilled into the frame. Now the holes are going to be placed as evenly as I think I can get them, and I'll cut out holes in the etching leather also, but this is where the leather lanyard is going to slip through these holes and also into the leather, and you'll see that soon. Now that everything is cleaned up on the frames, the holes have been sanded, they're all clear of any debris, I am going to put some feed-in wax on this already stained and finished frame. So this is going to condition the wood, and I don't want to put it on after I put the leather on, so I'm doing it beforehand. So I decided to use these black lanyards. They're all the same dimensions. The length doesn't matter, but they're all the same width and thickness. So, and they'll go through those holes very nicely. So now I'm marking locations for where I can put little tiny slits into the leather, and they're all lined up, as you can see, with the holes that I previously put into the frame. There it is. It's not stapled to the frame at all. It is all held on there with leather lanyards, and I like the contrast between the black and the early American stain on the frame, and the suppleness and etching that's on the leather is a perfect combination for these leather lanyards. Here are a few more etchings. This is a bear, a grizzly actually, that I photographed in Alaska, and I transferred it using light burn into an etching and put it on an orangish, brownish colored leather. This is also a grizzly, and it is on a very soft, supple leather, same as the image that I did for this whole video. And again, the same image, but this is a very thick brown leather. Again, I appreciate you watching very much. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.